here at the Harney County Resource Center, formerly known as the Malheur National Wildlife Refuge. There's been a lot of things that are good things that are happening. Today we took a crew of people and we're beginning to clean up the area. Most of these buildings have been really abused. They're just garbage and debris and rodents all over in them. And so we're cleaning that up and getting it ready for the people to use it. We're in the middle of working through the records to identify all the usage on the land and resources here in Harney County. That's the arduous task. We got a great team doing it. And what we're planning on doing with those is once all the boundaries have been identified, then we will get those straight with the local people and verify that that is all right. And then we will begin to record those in the county recorder's office as their rights, and not as the federal government's right. We're going to do exactly what the federal government has done, which all they did is come down to these counties and claimed it all themselves, and then went and recorded it in either their own records or in the county records. And we're going to reverse that and get these lands back to the people. We're basing our arguments on Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17, which are the rules the federal government must follow in order to administrate or control land inside the states. And as I've said many times, if the federal government wants to own land, or I should say control land or administrate land inside the states, they have to get consent from the state legislature, they have to purchase it from the rightful owner, and they can only use it for the purposes of forts, magazines, arsenals, dockyards, and other needful buildings. So basically, military purposes for international trade, and then other things such as post offices, and there is some need for some federal courthouses and so forth. That is all that was supposed to happen, and the reason for that is the founders knew that the federal government was going to end up with a lot of money. They didn't understand. Well, they didn't know at that time that the taxes would be changed and they'd have literally billions of dollars. But they were afraid that the federal government was going to go down inside the states and begin buying all the land. And if they were allowed to do that without limitation, what would happen is with all the taxpayers' money, the federal government would come down into the states, down into an area, and start purchasing and buying up all the land, and leave no land or resources left for the people. And that's exactly what's happened here on this refuge. 187,000 acres is what makes up this refuge, and they came in, and under duress, many of them, but they came in and acquired the ranchers and the users' land, and they did this with the taxpayers' money, and now the people, the heart of their county is literally owned by the U.S. government. It was never supposed to be that way. Our founding fathers set rules on them. They were supposed to get consent from the state legislature first. Then they could purchase it, and they can only use it for the erection of forts, magazines, arsenals, dockyards, and other needful buildings. That's what we're here. That's why we are standing on constitutional principles, and we can see that there's a tremendous amount of, it appears, corruption in the county, because the county judge, Judge Grasky, he is fighting tooth and nail to make sure that whatever's going on here is not exposed. That whatever corruption or collaboration that they've been in for the last who knows how many years does not get exposed. And our goal here is very clear. Number one, get the Ammons out of prison. Number two, get the people back using their lands and resources as their lands. And number three, to expose the corruption that we are beginning to see pretty heavily here in this county, so that the people can move forward without having to deal with that, and without someone just coming back in and putting the chains back on them. So, thank you very much.
One other thing. Can you address this real quick?
What's that?
And this is off of your regular update. Turn to my camera and said that the hour...
What is going on. And they know that we're pushing hard and exposing these things.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the FBI is coming down on them hard.
Oh, they are? Okay.
And saying, that basically, the local measures are not working, and so we're going to step in. And so that is kind of the reality of it. But I will say that we have seen a tremendous influx of patriots come to our defense, outside and inside. There have been large groups of individuals, or large groups made up of a lot of individuals that are voicing their opinion. They are seeing what is happening, and we're not going away until these chains are removed. They've actually, that we talked about, that we have of the BLM starting the 2006 fire. And the individual who has that video has been threatened as well by the FBI.
Now, Ammon, this video, well, you shared it with me, I think, a month before this whole thing even came about.
Well, but there's another one that actually shows the Bureau of Land...
Nameless, and represents the silent majority right now that exists that's fully supportive of everything that's happening here. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And they, the way it's specifically put is I've gone full Harney. Yeah, take care, man. All right, bye, Ammon. Thank you. All right, guys, we're heading out now. We did our job.